But there's also another band which I discovered afterwards that would change my life forever. Oasis. You know what? Fuck it, let's do it. Today, my request is literally no one. I'm ranking every Oasis song. If you know nothing about rock music, then Oasis is a rock band formed in Manchester in 1994 by brothers Noel and Gallagher. And they absolutely love each other.
No, we don't. We don't all get into trouble.
I do. You
right, it's not about you though, is it?
Well, let's go back to that.
It's the music.
Okay, maybe they don't love each other that much, but anyway.
Step off the train on a alone at dawn, back into the home where I was born.
You see, I don't really care about this band in the past, as I came from a culture that didn't really care about Britpop. But one day I randomly decided to watch the story Mongolia to see if it's any good, and I enjoyed it at first. But it really took me going up north for a few days for me to really get into it. I ended up listening to this band more than any other band when I started uni this year, and so here we are, ranking every Oasis song. Similar to before, I'm going to rank every song on all 7 albums, including the Master Plan, which has a bunch of B-sides from the first 3 albums. I'm also including any of the other B-sides from their latter years, with any extra songs or regular editions of their old albums. They also released a single in 2007, Lord Slimming Down, so why not include that one in there too. This brings the overall total songs to 123, not including demos or songs so short we can't really be ranked. I'm talking about shit like A Quick Peep or Overwhelmed Reprise. I'm also not including any of the 2 song entries on What's the Story More and Glory, but like the full song is on the album anyway, so it doesn't really matter. As usual, I'll be including a 0 to 10 score for every song based on quality, but as you see, there's another elephant in the room, and that's the fact that I've now added gameplay to the background of my videos. I'm going to start doing that because it makes the video more visually interesting. And with all that out of the way, it's time to play Wonder Woman.
I wanna love you, I wanna be a better man.
Okay, so best man is easily the worst thing I've heard for this family's. Now, I know that a lot of people hate All Over the World for being 9 minutes long. They basically really expected that song to be on the bottom of this list, but I'm sorry, that's not the case because I actually like that song, and at the very least, it's better than the song's nearly 30 minutes of complete silence. Yes, that's right, for over half an hour, the song completely turns off. There's literally nothing to it. That is why Human Chemistry has such a long runtime, by the way, if you're wondering. And the sad thing is that this isn't even a good song to begin with. Like, okay, the sentence of time to repeat yourself is a noble one, but I'm sorry, Liam's noisy vocals just bring this one down for me. I mean, instrumentation is literally lackluster too. I don't even care for Cage that much. It just reminds me of a song, but more boring. Just get the time frame if you want to. Or best yet, just don't listen to the song because it's so fucking trash. This one just annoys me like fuck. Is it just me or is this a mix as shit? I said the chorus has one of the most overpowering times I've had in my life. There's some really annoying samples and I'm sorry. I just can't stand to listen to this.
Little James, we're all the same.
Okay then, Liam. This is actually the first song he ever wrote for Oasis. He tried to write something deep here, but have you ever taken the past scene, maybe try something? Yeah, I'm sorry mate, this shit just won't fly. Just go back to June and try, you know what I mean?
Born on a different cloud.
More like boring on a different cloud, right? Yeah, there's probably something to this song, but to me it comes off as way too pretentious.
Breathing alone is something I can never have. Faith in my sisters.
I know we do not let a song's title affect what I think of it, but like, come on. Come on, like, who does it even for? Even though they have a sister. Well, if this is as a joke, it actually probably is, and I take this way too seriously. Or it could have been an ode to the all-girl group of sisters of us who were the band that originally gave Oasis the record deal. That's probably it.
So take me away just for today, 'cause I'm sat here on my own.
I love this team maybe. I love most of the B-sides of this team maybe. But this is so fucking lame. Each single worst song of the Sarah. Also, a phone won't work under the stadium.
So let's hear it for the quiet ones.
Okay, I'll be honest, I originally had the song way low on this list. Really was because I just hated how basic the song was. Like to me, the song sounds like a demo and not a finished song. That being said, it's not a bad song in theory, and I can see something like this being worked on into something really good. This does work as a foundation, but that's all the song is to me, just a foundation.
Get off your high horse, lady. I don't need a ride tonight.
Not gonna lie, this is kind of depressing. The song has more uplifting merit to it than sort of form, and I do respect the Western still agrees for here, but I'm just not a fan of how compressed the vocals are on this song, and I don't know, it's not bad, but it's very underwhelming. This song is based off a much better David Bowie song. I thought the whole thing is just way too overproduced. I'm not offended by its existence or anything, I just prefer the original.
Without a doubt, I don't see no shine.
Listen, I do see the this song, but I don't know, I'm not really a fan of the vocals here. You fade in and out. It doesn't have the same problem as all the song, where the song doesn't really change, and it just tells them a lot of nonsense for no reason.
Thank you for the sun, the one that shines on everyone who feels love.
Man, I have no idea who made this, the single for the album, but it's just really boring and really predictable. I'd be surprised if this wasn't some rejected West Side song. Shit, that part really funny to me for no reason. Other than that, I've got nothing to say about the song, it's really dull. Let's be honest with ourselves, more good would have this album without the 2-song interludes. The whole thing just isn't that good, it's a bit scratchy and very overdone. Honestly, a part of me wishes that this one was either never released or at least have some vocals so I can distract myself from it.
You're hanging round and climbing trees, pretending to fly. Do you wanna be a spaceman and live in the sky?
This song has the same problem as the current ones, where the whole thing just seems a lot like a demo. I do appreciate the narrative about childhood innocence. It just all seems like little James-esque. Or like, I don't care about our dreams about being a citizen, I just want to provide for our family. Citizens also don't live in the sky. They live on ground and they go up to space when they need to.
It's getting near that time. What you got tomorrow?
This song is very similar to the quiet ones on paper. It also sounds a lot like an unfinished demo. The difference here is that I actually like the energy of this one. And it seems like a song I would enjoy if it was finished.
For smoking on my stash, but burning on my
See, this song is actually a very good southern rock song. The real problem is, you're burning all my cash! Now I'm joking, I actually think the chorus is kind of funny. The main problem in this song is that the vocal gets a bit too slow for me.
Come get me off the merry-go-round.
This song actually sounds kind of cool, but there's nothing this song has that I can't get somewhere else. The bass does hit here though.
So come on, feel the noise. Girls rock the boys.
This This song is definitely a cover. I mean, it's fine, but it's not that interesting. Also, this song has the word "con" in it. That's funny as fuck.
You gotta keep dreaming in the bed you made, and if it tastes like shit, well, the beats sleeping rough.
This was their first single since Forever in 1994. It was also on my Time 5 compilation for some reason. I say that because let's face it, I'm sorry to the one loaded semi-dumb fan out there, but honestly I think you've got bigger problems in your life.
Playing the guitar on my own, I'm the apple of my eye.
This one fascinates me. This is the last song Oasis technically released before their breakup in 2009, and it's weird. The most depressing drug trip of all time. Normally I'd hate a song, but this honestly it's not too bad. It's very akin to Strawberry for Forever by the Beatles, and I honestly can see that comparison. It's not high, and I don't like how smooth it all is, but I don't know, I do kind of respect the honesty of this one. It's a good idea, that's what I'm saying.
Hey, you've got to hide your love.
Speaking of Beatles covers, this song was actually a cover of a song with Help. However, the best thing I can say about the song is that it's pleasant. Well, other than Noel telling me to shut up.
It's a million now, this your mama said that you was real.
Okay, I know people will put this song a lot lower, and you know what, I do see it. I also has the most professional mixing in the world, and it's very unprofessional for bands with Gallagher to release. But you know what, I'm not actually that bothered by it. I've got to admit that despite it all, this song does kind of slap, and if it was fully finished, it would be pretty good. Also, if you want a better version of this song, just listen to the demo version, it's way better. Or listen to another song I'm going to be talking about later.
Lay your love on the fire. When you come in, I got my heebie-jeebies.
This song is actually quite solid. How about I do wish that Oasis would not use the term heebie-jeebies. Like seriously, these are grown men saying this.
It's better people love one another. Just living your life can be tough.
This song is nice, it's not a bit basic. I wouldn't turn it off if it came on, but nothing else is really too special.
And only I can see what it means to be sitting here in silence on my own.
The song appears to be a bit boring, but I do like the sound of it. But it does a good job of conveying the feeling of true isolation. I must say though, I do wish it was longer than 2 minutes. I mean, if they could make all over the world 10 minutes, surely this could have been longer too. That Johnson is killer, but today is the rest of the album. I don't think this song isn't necessarily very polished, but I do like the raw energy of this one, so I don't really mind that much.
People try to put us down, talking about my generation.
There's even a reason why I like this more than the other two covers on the Sun King. It's the fact that it's just more fun. I guess a human made a good original song which fits Oasis very well, but I still want to take this over the most actual Oasis songs.
They've had their day, think it's time that she came out and played.
There's nothing really to dislike about the song, but there's also nothing really to like about it either. It does a good job at being a pleasant little bonus if you feel like it.
I'll meet you on a day that never ends.
This song could have been a lot better than it is, but for what we got, I think it's okay. This is surely sassy Christmas music. If you really love Little Harsh, but you can't deny that you know where I got that comparison from.
And when you might think you're gonna cry, you will be alright. Stand by tonight.
The most memorable B-side for the album, this is an enjoyable side to the album. I love the lyrics tell a story about a very bold relationship. Okay, like, it's my least favourite song off Definitely Maybe. It's not a bad song, okay? It's just pales in comparison to the rest of the album. And, okay, I'm not a manager of this band in 94, but come on, surely they were best to single choice than this one. I mean, Sun Away is right there.
This town, the sun is coming up and it's going down, but it's all just the same at the end of the day.
Whoa, this is surely a sad song. I can't really be mad at that because that's what I said on the 10. It's a pretty good song to Cody though, but I won't say it's as hard as the rest of the album.
You know, she is love, and the ways are high and steep. She is.
Is this song super cheesy and lame? Yes. Is it also pretty fun and enjoyable? Also yes. It doesn't really scream the hit potential, so you know. And the top comment on this on YouTube upload is background music in Tesco brought me here. So take that as you will. There is this guy on YouTube, I'll link in the description, who said this is one of the worst Oasis songs. And I mean, sure it's a bit slow, but still, it still has the same charm which I love from the band's past. But of course is actually really good.
Wash your face in the morning sun. Flash your pen at the song that I'm singing.
Fun fact, this is the only title track Oasis ever made, unless you count Morning Glory, I guess. It's a good get out motivational kind of joint. It does have a weird whistle in it though. But on the plus side, I like the way Noel says, open up your eyes, get a grip inside.
Cause people won't fly through the storm. I said, hey, listen up now.
I don't think the sheer scope of this song has really hit me like a lot of songs on this album. This is just a bit long, and honestly, it's not a song which honestly grabs my attention. But it doesn't mean that I don't like it or I think it's unworthy of being released. I think it's a good song. I just wouldn't call it one of my personal favourites like other people do. Oh, like this little cover. This one is coming from the Rolling Stones, however. I also love how this and the Beatles cover opened up with no swearing, with literally no other background music. This kind of song ends with a track about continuing on in hard situations. It really does feel like you're fighting for something important, which is the whole thing more effective to the listener.
Maybe I love her, but you ain't no dancer.
I just realised that this is a cover of a Beatles song. The thing is that I'd actually listened to a White album before, and yet I didn't realise this at first. Hey, it's all cool though. Also, who the fuck is scared of a Helter Skelter? It's actually just a slide. It doesn't move. There is surely a guitar on this song. I think the vocals are a bit too weak for something like this. They're actually not that bad. I think as a composition it sounds very solid. Anyway, it's finally time to talk about the worst song on my favourite Oasis album, What's the Story Morning Glory. Now, what song out of this absolute classic album is our least favourite?
Anyway, here's Wonderwall.
Today is gonna be the day that they're gonna throw it back to you. By now.
Listen, I'm not gonna say that I don't like this song. This is a nice love song, and to be fair, the outro is one of my favourite Oasis outros. This song ends with this beautiful piano solo, which they cut from the music video for literally no reason. However, this is my decent song on this album, mostly because it's the safest song in the album. I can literally see why this is such a big hit, because it's a very accessible song. Which isn't a bad thing necessarily, it makes it a perfect song to sing along to in a group. But it does seem that I prefer the rest of the album to the song. Also, if you wondering after all this time what a Wonderwall was, I don't think like anyone actually knows.
You're out there, oh, in a bad place, I know.
I love how this random Hidden County cut is better than the band's biggest song. But you know, I can really appreciate the feeling of freedom this song gives. The song takes the concept of getting out of a bad situation and makes a really good tune out of it.
Because the life I think I'm trying to find is probably all in my mind.
This is also pretty good, however, I don't really think about it too much. However, the content is great and it's a very relatable song. If you mean.
To come, never felt it's love from anyone.
This is another song that doesn't really need to be a single. But before we go, I think it's pleasant. It reminds me of early Beatles rock. Things like I Wanna Hold Your Hand.
Hey, stay young and invisible, 'cause we know just what we are.
Honestly, Noel feels like his voice was going for this one. It's not a big deal though, I really like the young energy this one has. It's just another version of Live Forever and I can't remember that.
Sitting on a throne, give a back to you. Living on my own was like a flashback to you.
I love the chorus melody quite a bit. Plus, this definitely is a B-side to All Around the World.
I can see how I am. Sitting by the fire.
Hey, it's a better version of Put Your Money Where Your Mouth Is. Yes, I do find it very rough around the edges, but the difference here is that I thought this one seems a little more tailored to this kind of style. Hey, yes, and all I'm saying is that if this was on this week, maybe everyone would be nicer to it. Plus, it might actually have one of the best That's What Oasis pre-choruses. The way they build it up here is insane.
You know I need a little break to get away for a holiday, so I can see the sun.
One of the three songs by Oasis not written by Noel or Liam. Instead, it was written by band member Bonehead or Paul Arthurs, if you want his real name. It was also always sung by him until Noel did it. It's just a basic song about going on holiday to the Continentals. Think Fitly No or Read in Between This Movie. Also, no, Paul, you cannot steal a car because it's illegal.
Dying scream makes no sound, calling out to all that I've ever known.
This song is a really good mix of rock and psychedelic. It's truly a song which gives you a feeling of falling down.
It's maybe the best. It's forgotten your name.
This is another song which is meant to emanate a more positive feeling this band has. It does a good job looking at the struggles that come with living a famous life. I also love how Noel just says, yeah bruv, of course I do cocaine. Who doesn't?
Bound with all the weight of all the words he tried to say.
There was a time where I considered this the weakest song on the album. Not that I hated it or anything, I just thought it was quite dull compared to the rest of the album. And in a way, I still do kind of feel that way, but I still respect it for what it is. It still sounds pretty good. And it's nice that they wrote a song from the frontman of a verb.
There'll never be enough to love. The river's deep in the road.
This is an example of a song which I thought should have been on the real album. I feel like this is another example of a B-side that should have been on the real album. If you watched Todd in the Shadows, you probably expect the song to be way lower, especially how much you showed the stage to the song in this Be Here Now video. The truth is that even though I love Todd, I personally do not dislike the song. Not at all really. Like, yes, I know it's very long. Heck, it's probably too long. I'm not denying that it's far from perfect. But here's the thing, even despite that, I still think this is a good song. I think the song is very repetitive, sure, but don't throw the baby out with the bathwater. I still think that this is an enjoyable song despite its shortcomings. It has a very positive message and it's just nice to listen to. Also, this song holds a record for the longest song to hit #1 on the UK charts. I'm sorry, but that fact is just hilarious. Okay, so as you might have noticed, I really haven't talked that much about Don't Believe the Truth yet, and there's a good reason for that. This is because other than Mocky Fingers and 4 Songs Cannot Later, the rest of the album I feel basically the same about them. And that's like, they are good songs, not amazing, but they do the whole music thing very well. So I decided that I'm just gonna lump all these songs and talk about them together. Starting with it's weird because in a way this song reminds me a lot of the worst Oasis songs. Like part of my head pieces this in Bucket Fingers. However, I think the difference here is that the slight introduction being overblown is still golden enough for there to be a legit tune to it. It's not the best Oasis song, but I do enjoy it.
Let there be love. Let there be love.
Oh look, it's the A-side for Sitting Here in Silence. Yeah, this is probably the weirdest song they could have chosen to be a single. Not that this is even a bad song or bad single. It's a very sweet take on classic stadium rock. I just wouldn't think this as big year-end single, kind of do we know. If anything, it's kind of respectful but very impressively this unique. Now this is just straight up more enjoyable. It's not exactly the best attempt at it, but only down if this one wouldn't fit on that album. Plus that solo is killer.
I could be wrong, but what am I to do? Guess God thinks I'm able.
Can we talk about how surprisingly amazing the vocal performance on the song is, especially how Noel sings the final chorus. I also never noticed of, oh, I have no idea what I'm doing, but I guess God does, so that's fine. Definitely something Liam would write.
I gotta show you, man, the meaning of soul. I'm taking my love tonight.
Oh, this is probably what the importance of being idol B-sides were trying to do. It actually worked here because there's a lot going on and it keeps the whole thing really interesting. There are multiple instruments, vocal melodies and other little trinkets going on. It makes the whole thing sound really fun, although it's still a little shorter than it could have been.
'Cause you turn me out, your love's like a bomb, you're blowing my mind.
This song has one of the best melodies on the entire album. There's a tune to it which makes it really satisfying to hear. I also have to give props to the lyrics, which really does treat this love as something fun.
What a life you would be if you could come to mind but see.
Oasis fans seem to be a lot colder to this one compared to the rest of Destiny maybe. And I do get why in a sense, because compared to the rest of the album, this is definitely a lot more simple. But I can enjoy it as a little fun love song with a very sweet and fun. It's a very sweet and fun song about organising a date with someone you love. There's really nothing to fault about the album, in fact that it's a bit goofy.
Now I can feel the
This song sounds like something that will fit with Columbia quite well. That being said, we don't really need both on the album, and even though I do enjoy this song, I think Columbia is a bit better. And the art of the song is a bit too loud, and it does cause distractions.
as long as they've got cigarettes in hand.
I guess even Thomas the Tank Engine wanted to be in an Oasis song. This one gives us a very bleak yet realistic feeling of depression. Not really caring about living good as the world fucked you over. Yes, it's a bit of a blatant switch compared to the earlier stuff. This song still does a good job in tapping into that mindset and it sounds really good.
So come on, my brothers and sisters.
On the other hand, this is a B-side which is a lot more positive. It's very similar to something like Let There Be Love, but I think I like it more for how sweet it sounds. I can see why the band wanted to pair this with Songbirds. This is a clear intro to what's the story. There's a better option, sure, but you know what, I'm fine with this existing. Also, the album doesn't end this awkward goodbye. Does that mean the album's still going on today?
'Cause all of the stars have faded away. Just try not to worry.
This song has a nice message to it too. Noel is telling you to stop worrying in the past and move on. It sounds like it would be quite depressing, but it's actually quite nice to hear. It does sound rather simple, however, and I don't really think it deserves to be the third most streamed song of all time.
Cause if you like yourself a lot, go let it out, go let it in.
I'll be honest, I would give this song like a 5 out of 10. It just wasn't clicking for me at first. But there's something about the song's tune that kept me going back to it. The verses are generally really good on this song. They have a really catchy tune to it. The chorus is what holds it back for you though. I also really like the message about letting go everything and not keeping anything in. That's a good message.
So come on, shake it right down, baby, before you change your mind.
The song leans way more into the classic rock sound of their earlier stuff. I really like the energetic feel of this song, it's really solid.
You've gotta roll with it, you've gotta take your time, you've gotta...
People seem to dislike this song for being too simple. And I get that something like this isn't for everyone in the world. But I respect this one for carrying the sound and theme of Jesse Maybe with the uplifting sound and really good lyrics. Also, it's much more coherent and better song than Country House. Sue me. You see, this is a good version of Oasis game. I mean, Oasis was fine, but this one was way more to involve the story, which makes it way more interesting. It's also a great commentary about growing up and seeing yourself as old for the first time. Not really having the time to do the same things you used to, and not really wanting to socialise the same way either.
Listen to the monkey, feel it on your brain, feel the pain.
This is easily my favourite B-side from the Deeply Produced era. In fact, it's probably the only one I would put on the actual album if I could. It's a very fun song with a lot of energy to it. I thought it would have made a better choice as a cut than Mucky Fingers.
There's no need for you to say you're sorry. Goodbye, I'm going home.
Yo, shout out to Big Nibbles for introducing me to this new track. Okay, maybe it's not that edgy as there's still quite a few songs left, but it's still really good. It has a really nice calm theme to it, and I don't think that anyone could have made a soundtrack to the brothers better than this. It's funny, for a band that makes such motivating music, this is probably the most demotivating song they've ever made. Not that I don't like or anything, it does have a really nice sound to it. And I think the vocals here are amazing. And even if I think lyrically this has a bit of a departure, it still has a really good and powerful writing about having regrets about how your life turned out.
Just don't go away. Say what you say.
Maybe this is a little lower than you expected, and like, yeah, it's really good. There's definitely anything here I can't get elsewhere. There is a really good emotional core here though, and at least it made Cody admit that there wasn't the longest song on this album. Also, this is really only released as a single in America, which is a bit strange honestly.
She's electric, she's in a family full of eccentrics.
This is probably the most masturbating song this band has ever released. I mean, it kind of has to be really right. She's got a sister, God only knows how I miss her, and on the palm of her hand is a blister. It's a very funny song and it fits this album very well. Also, fun fact, this is the most streamed Oasis song which is never released as a single. Yes, this has more streams than Sailed Away.
As I saw on the breeze, I can see the signs of those.
Okay, so fun fact, I took it on myself to remix every Oasis album. The goal was to remove tracks I don't like and add songs I do, to make the perfect versions of the album. Now this is relevant to this one because I decided to make this the first song be here now instead of Do You Know What I Mean? I don't know, I think there's very uplifting sounds really give me the album a more energetic opening. It feels like a very classic Oasis song to start an album like this.
Soon as they come, the feelings they go.
This is another example of a great song being pushed to the side, because other songs sound so fucking majestic. Also, they paired it with one of the most captivating folk life because it's bullshit vibes.
I'm no stranger to this place, when real life and dreams collide.
I was originally gonna put this song with the other 7 out of 10 The Believe Truth songs. But I don't know, there's something here which I feel like is a lot different from the other ones. It's a very happy song about getting your life back together after something hard happens. And I think this might have the best chorus in the entire album. And honestly, I think that makes it sound a lot more than something like Meaningless Song.
And in your head, do you feel what you're...
It's funny because this is the one thing on this album people seem to not enjoy. Even Noel has said that he fucking hates it.
Why does Noel Gallagher hate Sunday Morning Call? Because it's I hate that song. I hate it so much, I left it out of the Oasis singles album. That's how much I hate it.
I guess it's what's neat into morality because it's not being very melancholic. This song sounds really good and mostly I really enjoy it.
It would be so nice to hear you say thank you for the good times before the good times.
What you say is that there's literally no reason why this wasn't the final track on Heaving Chemistry. I mean, come on, it would have fit perfectly, not to mention it's actually really good. And you've got a heart of the star where it made a great hidden track from the end.
If I'm to fall, would you be there to applaud, or would you...
The song is basically the Oasis version of Body Paint. Very similar themes to them being about a relationship where you know the other side isn't faithful. I like it a lot, but Body Paint is better.
Round our way, the birds are singing.
Okay, so I always thought this was Round Our Way, but it's actually Round Our Way, which is weird. I guess this is a Manchester dialect, but this is another song where the Gallagher brothers just jam up for 5 minutes. And that's all good because Oasis needs something like this sometimes. Yes, the title is really fucking cringy, but this is also doing a really good song about things looking up in your life. There's just a time and a place for a song like this, and when you were in that phase, God does it feel amazing.
Gonna get me a motor car, maybe a Jaguar, maybe a plane or a...
This has the second best chorus from this era. The way it sounds is so fucking cool, man. It's definitely the highlight of the song. But don't get me wrong, the rest is pretty solid too. I just like the trumpet loop in the chorus. Okay, I say trumpet, I have no idea what it really is. I think this is the best example of what Put Your Money Where Your Mouth Is was going for. No idea why this beat has better mixing than some of the actual album. Like, if anything, this would have made the album better. And the crazy thing is that this is not even the most rapping the Situation Conscious album and B-side. We'll get to that later. This one was actually one of my least favourites and definitely made me for a while. I don't know, I think the mixing of this one used to bother me a bit. But I got used to that aspect of the song, and now I can probably say that I really enjoy the song. The hook especially is very fun and catchy. It's a very good song really for another someone. The song is super underrated. For being one of my least seen songs, I do think this is one of the best listened songs you've ever made. But that vocal boy is fucking amazing. I I think at this point I can say that I don't love every song from now on. Up in the Skies is basically another great early rock couple from this band. It's also a good like out of perception of someone who has nothing talking about someone who has everything. Talking about how they don't really know how to struggle like you do. This song is another take on meta humor. I remember talk about how we normally talk about stupid shit. The funny thing here is that this is one of the cases of this album, but yet to capture the magic of their first two albums. It's like this is a demo from old tracks that they reworked to put on this album. This is a chill song talking about how life can bring you sometimes, and sometimes you need to accept shit like this. It's also a very good look on how other people can seem to be living perfect lives compared to others. It's a very average way of being to see, which is always a good thing. Also, this is my favourite Oasis clip, the next to the opposite this one. Not gonna lie, maybe this band isn't too good when it comes to closers. The funny thing about this is the beat starts small bit because this has a little rock in it in comparison. Is that a coincidence? Yeah, probably. You know what, damn it, it's still really funny. And oh yeah, the song is also really good. It makes me want to rock in my rocking chair and cut my head. Ow. Come out, turn up the sound, turn it up. It's funny, I originally wasn't really feeling this one, but another listen made me realise that I was wrong. This is a great opener to Don't Believe the Truth. It's just a clear way to get the crowd excited at the start of the event. I remember listening to Dig Up Yourself for the first time and just being blown away from this one. And I know that's just because it sounds like classic Oasis, but god damn it if classic Oasis wasn't so good. I can see for miles, and I can see when you're crying. I actually like this more than any song on the actual Digital Soul album. I feel like this track captures the feeling of love this band does has very well. Okay, so as you might have noticed, I haven't really featured any regular guilty pleasure song or something yet. If you're wondering where it is, this is it. The Girl in the Dirty Shirt is probably the least focused Oasis song ever written. Many will argue that the song is pretty lazy writing-wise. The content is that the Gallagher brothers are trying to hit on a girl. It's not badly written, but it doesn't give a 9 out of 10 vibe. Maybe if I give it like a 6, I'd be more justified. But if I'm being honest, there are very few actual Oasis songs I personally enjoy listening to than this one. Yeah, you kind of need to turn your radio off to enjoy it, but come on, you're already listening to PK now if it's not that much to ask. Also, I feel like this is a crazy scene to a country song by Oasis, and that is actually quite interesting.
Everybody jump for a quick shot solution, but faith in any god is gonna.
No, this is not quite the song I was talking about when talking about Full On. But again, the Soldier of Giants would have been a much better song with this on it. I know what I said before about these songs have amazing choruses, but to be honest, I thought that's the appeal of most of this band's music. A good build up to an amazing chorus. Also, I like how honest the song is, saying, oh, of course I'm not going to fight this shit life, I'll just take what it throws at me. Yes, I genuinely think this 3-minute intro with no real lyrics is better than all but one of the actual songs on Soldiers of Giants. I guess this one doesn't really count for ranking, but I'll be damned if I don't include this masterpiece. This song Dummy has some of the best ad-libs I've ever heard in a song. I'm paired up with a phenomenal guitar riff and enough humour to fill a room with SpongeBob's, and you get a perfect song to start off an Oasis album. I have a really long Oasis playlist, and this is what I picked as the first song on it. I feel like anything else wouldn't really feel right. This is just a perfect single to the album. Honestly, that's all it was really made for, to be a fun song to get the entire country singing along to. And honestly, it's succeeded to it, and it was the number one hit. I bet Lola's mum was proud of that. I feel like it's the most she's had a classic Oasis song, and this is a classic Oasis song. It's just so real, like who wouldn't want this by the sea? Well, this one is to some, I guess.
And as we drink to ourselves, we amuse ourselves underneath the sky, underneath the sky.
Oasis and synthesizers sound like a bad idea, but this one actually works really well. It's also the same feel as a lot of the best Oasis songs have. It's a very experimental track, sure, but in a very, very good way. The way Liam uses the guitars here is mind-blowing. If I had a nickel for every Oasis inventory albums I gave a 9 out of 10, then I'd have not 2 but 3 nickels. Anyway, yeah, this is just great. In a very quick world, they will lean more into this sound for the rest of the album. Of course, it's very poppy, but in a fun way. And if they were going to completely set the sound, this would have been the best way to do it. I swear, there was another release by Oasis called The Dreams We Had as Children. But this song paints a perfect picture of what adult life is actually like. Realising that the dreams we may have had as children aren't actually reality. It's quite sad, but in a way it makes up for it for having the most bright and upbeat sound of basically any song here. You know that song is good when you start slowly building up and then it just explodes into a ball of energy. There's just magic to bring on down, which is something that didn't really capture again or any of their later music. Just being pure killer rock and roll. I know I said that about a lot of Oasis songs, but this one in particular seals the deal for me. The energy never really died in this one, and it's why I love it so much. And that we're down to the last few songs, all being 10 out of 10. These are what I consider to be top tier Oasis songs. Every album has at least one song left, except for Diggity, so I'm sorry. So without further ado, let's do this. They should have called this song Come Pie because every time I hear it, I come. No, seriously, this is the best piece of music ever made and it's not even remotely close. Of all things, though, I really give it a 10 just as a joke. Not that I think it's bad, but this song is so genuinely hilarious in my opinion, gives you way too much ironic enjoyment, so fuck it, 10 out of 10 it gets. No one told to come out of this song. I don't think they make numbers high enough for me to score that. This is also outside writing this, their most recent #1 song. I don't really think I need to explain the appeal of this one to most people. But if you want to know, the song is a perfect example of a feeling where you feel overloaded by people telling you to feel a certain way. Realising that doing metal will tell you you can't really do anything if you don't feel like it. Is there a bit of a contrast to the older work? Not really to me. To me, it's a different way to presenting something like whatever. And there's definitely time and place for a song like this. I mean, damn, this song sounds tailor-made for theatre kids. There's still one B-side from Definitely I wish it was on the real album. It's another take on wanting freedom more than anything, even if there's no one really supporting you. It's all about working hard and believing in yourself, making the world your bitch in a way. It also has a pleasure of having a really amazing 1994 Oasis self-production.
So let's all make believe we're still friends and we like each other. Let's all make.
I can't believe these guys have a move to put Little Games on the real album and relegate this to their B-side. The vocal performance on the song is seriously unreal. It also has a good message about ultimately the world we have to place and reconnecting with all the lost memories he had in the past. I seriously love the song so much. If anything, not having it on the album reached more heads than rich. I actually know this should have been the album. If anything, it's more worthwhile for fans to find if they're looking for more obscure stuff.
Slide away and give it all you got.
It's just an incredibly made up song, yes. But I also a depressed legend who hasn't had a girlfriend in years, also yes. So for that I can't place the song higher.
Now we're concerned about the way I feel. Says I'm a rock and roll star.
The first song on the first Oasis album, and what a killer way to start a career. This song tries to give the listener the feeling of being on top of the world, truly being a rock star for one night only. Because at the end of the day, it's just rock and roll.
Stand by me. Nobody knows the way it's gonna be.
This is a single of me here now which I like the most. I argue this is one of the best songs this band has ever made. Take someone to Stand By You because everything really cares, generally reading my sentiments. I don't know how you could possibly listen to a song and not feel an immense feeling of joy. Well, unless you hate love songs, that's your problem, not mine.
So what do you say? You can't give me the dreams that are mine anyway. Half the world away. Half the world.
I've actually introduced this song back in 2015 on 992 because they put a cover song by Aurora. And I don't mind that cover, but I didn't really understand the scoop of the song until I listened to this song because it's so fucking beautiful. It's just a basic acoustic ballad, which is why I didn't pitch it higher, but man, I can't deny how euphoric this song sounds. Also yes, this song also used the theme song for the Royal Family TV show. Don't worry, I know that.
I was looking for some action, but all I found was cigarettes and alcohol.
I think I have to give this one the prize for having recorded the Oasis song title. It's actually what attracted me to this song actually. Of course though, I wouldn't pitch it this high if it wasn't so big and good. This is another example of a great Oasis song built for the stadiums. Plus, the punchline of the song is fucking amazing. I have too been in a situation where the best times have been with a drink in one hand and a vape in another.
Sitting on my own, chewing on a bone, 1,000.
The song is a journey, let's just say that. I admit the song itself is a bit slow, but 21 minutes like this really does hit hard. It's just a song to reach out to someone you love. And when it hits, it hits.
Cause my family don't seem so familiar, and my enemies all know my.
And speaking about songs about having a mental breakdown, okay sure, it's a completely different kind of mental breakdown, but my opinion still stands. I used to consider this my favourite post-millennium Oasis song. There's one song that has overtaken the title, but man, this song is just that good. It perfectly encapsulates the feeling of being panicked out of your mind, not trusting anyone for a moment when you were cooking in your deepest thoughts. This is easily the peak of struggling on civil giants, no context. Yes, this is very different to the older stuff, but goddamn does it work here.
So I guess you might as well. What's the story, Mommy?
This is a perfect encapsulation of the sound that I'm going for this album. If anything, this is what's the story more enjoyed to its essence. This is just a band that does everything up to 11 and creates the most explicit track of their entire career. And the funny thing is that they don't overstep it. Not at any point of the song does the song overblow or too much.
And then dance if you wanna dance, please brother take a chance. You know they're gonna go which way they wanna go.
This is by far one of the most good Graham songs I've ever heard. I mean, they've all an entire fucking orchestra for this song. And they tend in something that's akin to a mini rock opera. And then you take this B-side, put it with a bunch of other great B-sides, and name a compilation after this. If anything, this is a reminder to not ignore these kinds of lesser cuts. They can certainly be as good, if not better, than the songs they put on the actual album.
It's my friend said to take you home. Sits in a
Honestly, I could have put any song off Jesse maybe at this slot, but since the song is so different to me for being so Oasis-like. This was the first single this band ever released, and honestly, it's a perfect representation of what this band is about, making songs about having fun and being yourself. Yes, the lyrics are not that deep, but that's not the point of this. The point is to lay back, vibe and chill, and in my opinion, that's where this track in particular shines.
and it just don't matter now. 'Cause little by little, gave you everything you ever dreamed of.
It's funny, even at their worst, this band is still able to make one of the best songs. And for some reason, for the single, they decided to pair this with She's Love. It's really that song, but it was allowed to be on its own, but this couldn't because this is way better than anything they released in the 21st century. Firstly, this sounds incredible. It has a perfect soft folk sound, which I wish they went for more around this time. But secondly, this is the best written song they've released since 1995, it's not even that close. In this song, Noel Gallagher is realising that in life things aren't necessarily going to work out all you want to. You can't always be the best person you can be, and sometimes you just need to try your best. And you're going to naturally have bad days, and all you can really do is take it on the chin. Take it all. Little by little. This also has one of Noel's best vocal performances. The way that he says the chorus literally makes my heart melt. I know I've talked shit a lot about Healing Country not being very good, but at least we got this masterpiece on it. This is never a case of an Oasis song being the brightest thing in existence. I was going to name Stand By Me, my favourite song off the album, but really thinking about it, this one is better. Oasis has many songs that are meant to be simple, filled with cuts. The idea of moving on and accepting that the past happens is a very happy way to see things. Not to mention that I think awesome some of this is one does the best job in making me smile. It does a great job in being bright and colourful. It truly brings me joy. This is the best song on BK now. It also has a decency to not drag on with the rest of the album, which is really good. Another Oasis song which just goes all out. This is easily the best album produced by them. Which is not actually a big deal because they are nowhere near as good as let's say Arctic Monkeys. Which again isn't really a big deal, but yeah. But fuck it, this is still a giant feat. Yes, this song is over 7 minutes long. But unlike all over the world, this is 7 minutes of pure bliss. Just think about it, would you rather listen to 2 subpar 3-minute songs or this masterpiece? I thought so. Also, fun fact, the song was never released as a single in the UK, but I'm seriously excited to release more of it instead. And before you say, oh, the song will have been too long to be a single, bitch, they released All Over the World as a single and it hit #1. Also, there was a time where I was drinking and sang, so there you will fuck me, which is really funny. Easily the best of the 2 lead singles the band released. I definitely can't think of many more songs that are as bright and inviting. I know this sounds a bit basic for from this high, but also some of his favorite shit in the last few months. I think something like this, which makes me feel more in control, is really what I need. Personally, I got a whole fucking orchestra for this song. Like, seriously, go big or go home. Even Daffy sampled it for No Regrets. Call me Gallagher because I'm so shameless. Let's say that even if we made one of our biggest song, then the lucky angles worked out. I have many problems with Vulnerable, which I just don't have this one. It's basically perfect. One of the best and most iconic clips of any song ever, despite not really being about a real person. This is a perfect hit Oasis song, there's really nothing here not to love. This is just a clear indication that Oasis were able to write songs that span generations and I'm all for it. Yes, so the milestone is amazing, but come on, actually it's easily the best Oasis B-side. Not only is this a perfect representation of both Noel and Liam at the time, but seriously, who can deny a rock song that's this fun? Yes, it took me 3 listens to truly get this song, but now I do. I could not possibly unget it. Also, fuck it, with Noel and Liam being on the same song works so well here. This was the first song where both of us appeared on the same song, and we pretty much nailed it the first time. I knew this is a weird song to play this high, but the thing is that this song is just so beautiful to me. There's just something about how you know it makes you so happy. Whenever I listen to this song, I get lost in the moment in a way that no other song does, except for one from what's coming up. I find it so comforting to hear, especially across on the song. And with that kick guitar solo, it works so well to me. It's a personal feeling for me, I know, but this and another song perfectly encapsulates why What's So More Glory is such a special album for me.
Baby, you're the same as me. We see things I'll never see. You and I are gonna live forever.
You see, this is, in my opinion, the best example of what we were originally going for. It's not just that it's motivating, there's also a fantastic fuck you to the passion. Telling yourself that you can just not feel this way and instead you can actually be happy if you want to. There's a very famous video where Noel said that this was a response to a Nirvana song, I Hate Myself and I Want to Die. And the poem was fuck that man.
The time it was written in the middle of grunge and all that, and I remember Nirvana had a tune called I Hate Myself and I Want to Die, which I was like, well, I'm not fucking having that. As much as I fucking like him and all that shit, I'm not having that. I can't have people like that coming over here on smack fucking saying that they hate themselves and they want to die. That's fucking rubbish. And I'm not saying it was written directly as a retort to that, but that was my thinking, was fuck that man, kids don't need to hear that nonsense.
I released this forever as a response to that. Now of course I don't hate Nirvana or Kurt or anything, but this was needed for a generation of people. That's why this song is so special to me and a lot of Oasis fans. This is arguably the top of the list when it comes to Oasis songs, only overtaken by one song.
Cause I've been standing at the station in need of education in the rain.
I've got to be honest, normally these lists are way harder to order than you think. And trust me, this was a hard list to order up to number 2, because to me there's really one clear answer to what song would top this list. You have to understand, this is my Oasis song. This song taught me more than any other Oasis song ever could. I was really clear that I do not give out 11 out of 10s, but if I was to make an exception, this would generally be it. Because this is such a different league to any song or assist, it also seems like it fits. This to me is like if you take the best parts of every Oasis song and then put them in an algorithm to create the perfect song by them. I know the music's at face value sound very depressing, but in a way I see it like this forever. It's lyrics are more about embracing the moment and being spiritually well with life, which has also got the same amount of moments of self-reflection as something like this away song. And the feeling of freedom from others doesn't as akin to whatever. On the production side, won't we combine the opening riff to cigarettes and alcohol and mix it with the beauty of Hey Now? There's how still give it its own distinct sound which is completely different to the others. You take the vocals with Oculus, but somehow make it smoother so the vocals give out this tune which is purely beautiful. Then it gets released as a debut single for the album, I became the band's first ever #1, but like we didn't overplay it so it doesn't turn out like Wonderwall. But we still make sure it's big enough that everyone knows it, and we play this perfect song at every concert we play. And no, for once, it doesn't just go hard as fuck. There's a demo of this song we released, and I swear, it keeps magic a wee original song. I know this isn't usually everyone's pick for #1, but to me, it's the easiest decision I've ever had making any of my videos. The only decision that was this easy was putting Raven at #1 on my Ariana Grande ranking. I remember that song is literally my favourite song of all time, and obviously this will also be a very good contender for that title. I can't think of a higher place for something like this. That I'm done. Fine, I'll write the albums. The 8 Dig At Your Soul. It wasn't available to everything, but I do think it's the album which I think of the least of this band. Never Says a Healing Chemistry. It has a few good songs, but in my opinion this is true when Oasis lost magic which made their 90s stuff so good. Number 6, Standing on Shoulders of Giants. Nobody gets the albums I really like. There is a couple of baffling choices on the album, but the artists do really shine here, especially if they're counting the B-sides. Number 5, Be Here Now. I love this album. I know I'm not meant to, but I really like it when bands push themselves. And man, did they really try and push themselves here. Number 4, Don't Know The Truth. This is in my opinion their best post-millennium album. Not only is it super consistent, in my opinion this is the last time they were truly hit makers with songs like Lola and the importance of being idle. Number 3, The Master Plan. Yes, it's full of fan-voted B-sides, but this has Acquiesce and The Master Plan and Talk Tonight, so who cares? Number 2, Definitely Maybe. This album is basically my life, and it's a new release by number 1, What's the Story, Morning Glory. The best-selling British album of the 90s, and honestly I can't think of an album that deserves that title more. Literally skip us the whole way through. Plus, it's the one with smart to say, so yeah. Anyway, with that I'm done. Please excuse me, I'm going for a vape.